Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, The Crumbs in the Philippines. Today we're going to talk about renewing your registration for a motorcycle or a car. It would be the same for a four-wheeled vehicle as well. We went and did that yesterday, and today we're going to tell you about the changes, because there were a few changes to the system, and then just about how that works, that whole system. It's not as daunting as you might think. Anyway, that's what we'll talk about today. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. I want to thank everyone that joined us this morning to celebrate 2,000 subscribers on our first live stream. We had a really good conversation with several of our reviewers and subscribers, and it was very enjoyable. For those of you that were there, we really appreciate it, and all of you other guys out there that helped us reach that first milestone that we set for ourselves, much gratitude. We appreciate it very much. If you're a new viewer, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the like, because the more likes that we get, the algorithm for YouTube pushes our video out to more and more viewers. And we really, that's what our goal is to reach as many as possible. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much. Yesterday, Jen and I went to renew our registration on the motorcycle, our scooter. It's an annual event, just like as it is in the Western world for the most part. At least it is for sure in the USA. We woke up early at 5:30 a.m. and headed out towards the vehicle inspection facility, which is about 7 or 8 kilometers away from our house. And they open at 7, but we learned last year that it's very important to get there early, because the first step in your registration process is getting your vehicle inspected. They're going to check for your brakes, your lights, your mirrors, the odometer, and they check the numbers on the engine of your vehicle and the chassis and make sure they match from the years previous. They check your documentation to make sure you're not expired, and just all the basic checks that you would expect at an inspection station. The one here in Lipa, it's a brand new facility. It's a year old. It was only weeks old when we went there last year. But we showed up at the gate and got a number. We were number 9, even though we were there almost an hour early. There were 8 people ahead of us and ready to go. And then you just park it in line and wait for them to open. And then the guy comes out and does a pre-inspection. He checks the horn and the turn signals and the brake lights before he takes it inside the facility. And then you hand him your keys and go inside and have a seat. And then he drives it inside for the rest of the inspection that they use their equipment for, where they test your exhaust and things like that. While you're waiting, they'll call your name out, and you go into the office, a little office on the side there, where you pay your fee, which is 560 pesos for a motorcycle and 950 pesos for a car. And they give you a little slip to bring back, and you sit down and wait until the inspection's finished. And then after the inspection is finished, they give you a nice printout copy that you're going to need to take to the LTO. They give you back your original documentation, which included your original receipt, your certificate of receipt. These things they're things that you need to bring with you when you come. I should have mentioned that at the very beginning. But those are the 2 documents that you must have to renew your registration. In the Philippines, they call it the OR, or original receipt, and the COR, or certificate of receipt. And that's changed this year, but I'll tell you that whenever we get to the further on in the video. So once you get all of your paperwork back and you're done, then you're free to go to the LTO. You also have to renew your insurance every year. And there at the new inspection facility, I noticed that they had an insurance office right inside the building. They did not have that last year. So rather than having to drive back across town to get renew our insurance for another year, we just went to the window right there at the inspection facility, and we paid 650 pesos for a year of insurance, which is really reasonable compared to Western rates. And then we went back to the motorcycle and made our way over to the LTO. So all in all, we were at the inspection facility about 45 minutes once it opened, and then we were done and out of there. We had our paper, inspection paper for the LTO, we had new insurance, everything we needed to go over and re-register the vehicle. So that's really nice. It's about probably 15-minute ride or in morning traffic over to the LTO, which is they have a brand new facility as well here in Lipa City. It's really nice. And you go to the inspector at the very first part of the building before you go in. He checks all of your paperwork to make sure you have insurance, to make sure that you have your current inspection that you just completed. And he looks at everything and he keeps your paperwork and gives you a little number. And our number was 26. And then we walk around to the waiting area, which is inside the building. The guard looked and made sure that we had a number. And then they let us inside and we had a seat. And about 15 to 20 minutes later, they called Jen's name. She went up and paid the registration fee, which was 368 pesos this year, which 10 pesos less than last year. And then they gave her her new certificate of receipt, which was different than last year. Last year they gave us two forms, an original receipt and a certificate of receipt. And that's the way it was every year until now, where they only gave us one sheet, which is, it's a lot easier to keep track of. And then I keep it in a little plastic envelope that I keep under the seat in my motorcycle, where I also keep a photocopy of my passport, the front pages with the picture, and also my most current visa, which is my 13A. I keep a photocopy in there so that I don't have to carry original documents and take any risk of losing my passport or losing my visa. I keep that stuff under lock and key at home and always carry copies with me, because that's good enough for the Philippine National Police or any other checkpoint that you might go through, especially if you have a Philippine driver's license and an ACR card. So if you carry all of those things with you, you're pretty much covered. But we passed inspection, we got our registration, we're all good for another year. It was very, very painless, the whole procedure. It took half the time that it took last year. And I kind of think that was because the building was new last year where they did the inspection. And they were just like getting their feet wet and figuring out how they were going to operate. And it was pretty much like a well-oiled machine this time. We were in, out, and done. There wasn't even a long line or a huge crowd at the LTO, which really shocked me. I've been to the LTO, we have probably 6 or 7 times in the past for driver's license questions, getting a driver's license, motorcycle training safety course and the like. And it has always been a madhouse in there, just tons of people. But yesterday, for some reason, it was pretty calm. There was not a lot of people, and we were in and out of there very quickly. Yeah, I was really happy about that. But that's it for another year. Okay, guys, if you have any questions about that process, please drop a comment in the box below and ask away. Or if you have any comments or any suggestions, we're always happy to take those. Just drop them down and we'll do the best we can to get back to you. And as always, we just really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch our videos and spend a little bit of time getting a glimpse into what our life is like here in the Philippines. We enjoy living here, and hope that comes across in the videos, that you can see that it's a real genuine feeling. It's not just some made up story that we make up like it's a fairy tale or something like that. That wouldn't be true at all. But it's a very stress-free life, at least for me, here where we live in Lipa City. Tomorrow we're going to Tagaytay, and we're going to get some really nice video shots at Picnic Grove, which is a gorgeous place with one of the longest zip lines in the Philippines. And I'll get you guys some video of that, and they have a really big Ferris wheel in there. And we're staying in another, it looks like a really nice condo. We use Airbnb every time we go anywhere in the Philippines, and I would recommend that to anybody. Even when you're first coming into the country, use Airbnb and rent you a place for, you know, extended periods of time in areas where while you're out looking for a permanent solution for your living arrangements. It'll help you out a lot. And these Airbnbs in the Philippines, if you stay for a month or longer, they deeply discount already ridiculously low prices. You'll see. I'll show you the price of the condo that we're staying at. I don't want to tell you the price now because I want to see the condo first. There's always the off chance that you're going to be pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised once you open the door and actually walk in there. And I'm hoping it'll be on the pleasant variety for us. But it is in a building that we've stayed in before, a condo building. It's really high rise, 23 floors. Depending on the side your room is on, you have either a really great view of the skyline of Tagaytay, or you get the tall lake. And I'm hoping we get the lakeside view. But anyways, guys, there's just so much content out there. So many vloggers putting this material out, and we just appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us. As always, stay healthy, stay happy. We'll see you on the other side, guys. Bye-bye.